Everybody.
Morning.
So glad to see so many people here today. Thank you for coming out and being a part of this. We really appreciate your attendance today and really look forward to the next few minutes as we've got some things we want to go over. But again, appreciate you being here. I'm going to officially call this meeting to order if you would, and we're going to get started. First thing we need to do, Mark Carter, I think I'm supposed to turn it over to the executive director here, Mark Carter. All right.
I saw that. It's the same issue. Okay, I'm gonna run through our, annual meeting involves all of our different individuals, mayors, and, policy council members, so this list is quite long, so just bear with me. I'm gonna read quite a few names, but we've marked, I think, pretty much who is here, but if you're here and we call your name, you will say aye. I appreciate it. All right. Greg Mitchell, County Executive, Cannon County. Andy Dugan, Mayor of Woodbury. Roger Turney, Auburn County Mayor. Auburntown Mayor. Greg Goff, Industrial Rep for Cannon County. Okay. Dale Reagan, Clay County Mayor. Luke Collins, Salina City Mayor. Doug Young, the Industrial Rep for Clay County.
Here.
Alan Foster, Cumberland County Mayor.
Here.
Emmett Sherrill, Crab Orchard City Mayor. R.J. Crawford, Crossville City Mayor.
Present.
Don Dowdy, Pleasant Hill City Mayor. Ethan Hadley, Industrial Representative.
Here.
From DeKalb County, Matt Adcock, County Mayor.
Here.
Josh Miller, Smithville City Mayor. Russell Bradshaw, Alexander City Mayor. Pam Redmond, Downtown City Mayor. Aubrey Martin, Liberty City Mayor. Suzanne Williams, Industrial Rep.
I'm here.
From Fentress County, Jimmy Johnson, County Executive.
Here.
Harvey Stowers, Jamestown City Mayor. Yvonne Gert, Allard City Mayor. Jacob Rosenbaum, Industrial Rep.
Here.
From Jackson County, Randy Hetty, County Mayor.
Here.
Lloyd Williams, Gainesboro City Mayor.
Here.
Hope Vargas, Industrial Rep. From Macon County, Steve Jones, County Mayor. Jerry Wilmore, Lafayette City Mayor. Kenneth Hollis, Red Bowling Springs City Mayor. And Richard Thomas, Industrial Rep.
Here.
From Oakland County, Stephen Barlow, County Executive.
Here.
Curtis Hayes, Livingston City Mayor. Shannon Cantrell, Industrial Rep. From Pickett County, Stephen Bilbrey, County Executive.
Here.
Sam Gibson, Burgestown City Mayor.
Here.
Bruce Elder, Industrial Rep. From Putnam County, Randy Porter, County Mayor.
Here.
John Martin, Baxter City Mayor. Lisa Chapman Fowler, Allgood City Mayor. Mark Hardy, Monterey Vice Mayor. Lauren Wheaton, Cookville City Mayor.
Here.
And Amy New, Industrial Rep.
Here.
From Smith County, J.F. Mason, County Mayor.
Here.
Stephen Babcock, Carthage City Mayor. Joey Nixon, South Carson City Mayor. John Potts, Gordonsville City Mayor.
Here.
Patrick Geho, Industrial Rep. From Van Buren County, David Sullivan, County Executive. Alyssa Farmer, Spencer City Mayor. Stacy Mills, Industrial Rep. From Warren County, Terry Bell, County Executive.
Here.
Ryle Chastain, McMinnville City Mayor. Joel Akers, Centertown City Mayor. Trent Prater, Viola City Mayor.
Here.
Sue Anderson, Morrison City Mayor. Marvin Lust, our Minority Representative.
Here.
And Wendy Sneed, Industrial Rep.
Here.
From White County, Denny Robinson, County Executive.
Here.
Jerry Lowry, Sparta City Mayor.
Here.
Ray Spivey, Doyle City Mayor. Roger McCann, Industrial Rep. Legislative Member Speaker Cameron Sexton. Senator Paul Bailey. I want to recognize just a few. I won't go through. We've got a few other individuals, some that serves on our policy council, some of our regional partners that's in the room today. I'm going to take just a second. I'm going to recognize a few people that's here today. Let me just say this. There is a nucleus of a regional team that work hand in hand. We're going to brag a little bit from the Development District and UCHRA standpoint today, but let me tell you, we could not do what we do if it wasn't for all the individuals in the back of the room that works for the various state, federal, and local regional agencies. And I just want to recognize them because it is truly a team effort. So I want to just call off a few people I know that are here. Barbara Wheeler is on our consumer, one of our consumer representatives. Don Hollingsworth is one of our consumer representatives. Misty Fye is here, a consumer representative. Keisha Richards works with the Cumberland County Public Housing, very vital on our policy council. Christy Palin, that represents Tennessee Children, Commission on Children and Youth, is with us, and she is very vital in a lot of our policy council discussions, and we want to recognize them. A lot of our regional partners are here today. We're glad to see Angela Rigetko and Jill Osborne from Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development. We have Boyd Barker from the Department of Agriculture. We have Robert Becker from the TDEC, Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation. We have Josh Wilkerson from USDA Rural Development. Taylor Belcher from Tennessee Valley Authority. We got Kendrick Curtis and Matt Von Lunen from Middle Tennessee Industrial Development Association. We got Charlie Lyons and Amanda Sexton from Tennessee Central Economic Alliance. And we have from the County Mayor's Association, Anthony Holt. And also representing Senator Marsha Blackburn, we have Blake Neely with us today. And our accounting firms, Derek Young and A.J. Johnson, representing them. We're also very honored to have a couple of our state representatives here with us today. We have State Representative Michael Hale, and we have State Representative Paul Sherrill. We sure appreciate all the work that those individuals do for us each and every day while they're in session. I just want to recognize those individuals, and listen, have I missed anybody? Tommy Lee, is there anybody out there I've missed?
Rebecca Foster.
Rebecca Foster. You slipped in on me there. I didn't see you come in right there, representing Congressman Rose's office. Yes, sir.
I'm Don Downey, the mayor of Pleasant Hill in Cumberland County.
I appreciate you recognizing and saying you're here. Thank you very much. Anybody else? Tommy, did I miss anybody else?
No, sir.
All right, listen, I apologize if I skipped over somebody I should announce, but listen, I say once again, we've got a big family here in the Upper Cumberland. We all work very hard with each other, and all of our success comes from that teamwork. So thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, we have a quorum.
All righty. Next thing we have on the agenda would be the voice of the Upper Cumberland, Mark Dudney.
That's quite an introduction, Mayor Hetty. Thank you very much. I am Mark Dudney. I'm the public historian at the Development District. Merry Christmas to all of you. First, we're going to start off with some recognitions. We want to recognize Mr. Jim McCaleb. Jim passed away on June 19th of this year. He was a sweet and decent man, and we all miss him very much. He dedicated over 20 years as an options counselor to the Area Agency on Aging and Disability. Sadly, his wife Tootsie also recently passed away, and we'd like to invite their family up to the podium to receive a plaque in his memory and in his honor, please.
Oh, you gonna come, or if you wanna send somebody on behalf, that's fine. Jim was one of those special individuals. He was here before anybody else was here. He's back in the break room making the coffee, and I'm gonna tell you what, everybody loved Jim tremendously. Know him and your mother both. We hate to see them gone, and we just want to recognize the work that he did for us. So thank you on behalf of the family. Thank you very much for representing that family today.
Next, we'd like to recognize Mrs. Judy Robertson, who's retiring from the Development District and the Area Agency on Aging and Disability after 40 years of service to the agency and the people of the Upper Cumberland region. I want to add my own. She's a real public servant and has been a mentor to me and so many others here. Her son Will is here with her. Will, we'd like you to come up and have the photo op with her.
Now, what does it mean to work for 40 years? We tried to recognize her a while back, and she kept arguing she'd only been here 39 years. She'd lost track of a year along the way. Sherry Thurman went back, we double-checked, and yes, you had worked for 40 years. Judy, you are truly going to be missed. We recognized you with the employees the other day, but your impact, not only has she served for 40 years, she served in leadership in the agency for a period of time as the agency director over aging, or the Area Agency on Aging and Disability. So she has a wealth of experience, and she's had a great impact on our region. So thank you very much.
Next, we'd like to recognize the provider of the year, the Fentress County Senior Center. We'd like to invite Mayor Johnson and the legislators, if they'd like, to join for a photo.
We knocked this out first. They're having their Christmas dinner, so some of the staff is getting ready to take that award up to the actual senior center and surprise them with it here in just about 45 minutes, however long it takes to get to Jamestown, so.
Gotta fly there.
Well, it might take closer than that.
Right, Chief?
Next, we have the housing complex of the year. That's South Carthage Manor in Smith County. We'd like to invite Joe Hoot, Amy Reels, April Evans Wright, and the legislators to join for the picture. Any city mayors from Smith County who may be here? You're excluded, Mayor.
Congratulations. I found out earlier, this is Jake Hoot's brother. So, he said he didn't sing, Mayor Porter. I can't understand that. Not good. Thank you. I want to take just a second to go through our annual report. If you've got a copy of this at your seat there, and I invite you to take that with you. That's your copy to take with you and look at during your free time. But we want to sort of summarize the work that we've done the last year. And I'm going to tell you, this has been a monumental year for our two agencies. In 2023, we've been able to implement multiple new programs to address the needs of our fellow citizens. This past year has seen us be able to help young families in ways that we have never been able to do so before. Through our new program, Empower Upper Cumberland, we have tackled barriers to work, we've built new resources to train our workforce, and provided true case management for families. This year has also seen us take on important work in assisting individuals through substance abuse disorder. And we're now very proud to say we've got multiple licensed clinical staff on board, working daily with individuals, trying to get them through their recovery and back being productive citizens of our region here. The employees of these agencies are committed to the shared vision of our region, where families have a home to live in, economic security, and a quality of life unique to the Upper Cumberland. This only happens because of the leadership in this room. It happens because of all the regional partners I talked about earlier across multiple state and federal programs who love this region. I'm gonna tell you what, you look back there in the back of the room, mayors, I just wanna say this, and I hope you think about what I'm getting ready to say. There's a lot of individuals that get up every morning, they live outside of our 14 counties, and they drive up here almost daily, helping us. And they love this region just as much as they love their home counties, and I appreciate the work that they put into this. It also happens because we've got great corporate partners throughout our region. And I want to just call out a couple, because here just recently, we've received a massive influx of commodities that was able to be distributed across all 14 counties. I'm going to tell you what, we're talking about tractor trailer loads of food. All of a sudden it became available. Chris Landers Trucking, CB Trucking, they chipped in, they gave us tractor trailers, they gave us the ability to move that food everywhere across the region. And it's that type of partnership that makes this a great region to live in. And I'm going to finally say this. In a few minutes, we're going to honor a group of employees who have distinguished themselves this year. Now, unfortunately, in government work, we can't pay our employees all the time what they're worth. But I tell you what we can do today. We can pat them on the back, we can thank them for their work, and we can recognize them when they put 110% in. I hope when we start recognizing our employees here a little bit later on, that you'll show that appreciation to them. At this time, we want to recognize our 2023 Community of the Year. Congratulations to Macon County and the City of Lafayette for their outstanding achievement of being named UCDD's 2023 Community of the Year. The commitment and dedication of both entities to the enhancement and upliftment of their communities have not gone unnoticed. The impressive $1 million grant awarded to Macon County and Lafayette for the procurement of an industrial site is a testament to their forward-thinking vision for economic growth. Furthermore, Macon County's commendable endeavors in infrastructure development are evident in their over $2.8 million in grants for water line installations, a notable $330,000 grant for new patrol vehicles, and pivotal $267,000 grant for the construction of a new water tank for an existing industry. Similarly, the City of Lafayette's relentless pursuit for progress is evident in the allocation of over $2.6 million in grants for sewer rehabilitation. Well done, Macon County and City of Lafayette, for setting an inspiring example for communities everywhere. Now, unfortunately, Mayor Jones, you probably noticed he's not here with us today. He had to go through some surgery and is still in recovery in that process. And the doctor has told him he has to keep his foot higher than his head. And he said, I'm not going to be able to do that and come to the development district on Thursday. So we certainly understand. Mayor Wilmore couldn't be here today. The city was having an event and he had to be there. And I know you all understand that. You put your communities first. But we have talked to both of them, and we're going to come up to Macon County and do a presentation to both the mayors at an appropriate time after the first of the year. And the last thing I want to share with you, and I alluded to this the other day, and for those of you who are here for ECD's event, you know, we've had a good year when it comes to grants. And we do grants at the federal level, we do grants from the state level, we do foundation grants, and this year we have an all-time new high. Now, who is going to do, Amy's going to come up and handle our board over here. I told you the other day, Jeff Mason, it was going to be a big number. It is a big number. This last year, in 2023, we did a total of $45,305,912 in grants. And I know what some of you are thinking, well, you had all that ARP money. Yeah, that was in there too. That probably helped inflate that number. But I'll tell you what, we've churned out a lot of grants on your behalf this last year. And that's just the grants that we've worked on. I know some other private consultants do some grant work, and those numbers are not reflected. So for our 14 counties, we've received even more than that $45 million over this last year. Now, I want to put that in terms, do a little of my sales pitch for you. For every dollar in dues, looking at that number right there for 23, every dollar in dues that you pay, that's a $600 return. So $600 for every dollar you paid in dues. And I started to go through the list, Jeff Mason, and read everybody's totals, and I thought, well, that'd just be gaudy. I didn't need to do that. But I do want to recognize Macon County, their community year, they received over $7.2 million alone just in Macon County. That's a lot of work up there. And I want to thank, on behalf of Tommy and his crew, I want to thank each and every one of you for allowing us to be a part of those projects and helping your communities move forward. So at this time, I'm going to turn over to Chairman Hetty to recognize our Legislator of the Year.
All right, thank you, Mr. Farley. It is my honor to recognize the Legislators of the Year. We have two. One would be Senator Ken Yeager, who represents several counties in our Upper Cumberland area. He is unable to attend today, but I want to make sure that I mention that he is our Senator of the Year, and we really appreciate Senator Yeager and all that he does for the Upper Cumberland counties, and just appreciate his efforts. The House Legislator of the Year, many of you may not have met him yet. He only covers 4 counties in the Upper Cumberland, but we think that we've got a real winner. He happens to be my representative, and Michael Hale has shown his determination to help the residents of every community that he represents. He doesn't hesitate to answer the phone. He goes to battle for us, but he not only goes to battle for us, but he goes to battle for you, for everyone in this room, and he's willing to take the torch and fight even when it's maybe not affecting his constituents. So it's my honor today to present the House Representative Legislator of the Year to Mr. Michael Hale.
He also doesn't hesitate to speak when given the opportunity.
Thank y'all so much. What an honor it is. This award is not about Michael Hale, but it's about the Upper Cumberland. It's about the people that we serve. We're in the people business. Every day that I get to wake up and get to serve the 40th district, I think of the 70,000 people that I get to be a voice for, that I get to represent, and I'm humbled and thankful for the opportunity to serve in the state legislature. I remember meeting Mark and Tommy, I think, at Mayor Miller's office. Josh had called and said, come by one afternoon for just a minute and meet these guys and the relationship. And I said the other night, Jeff and I were at an event, Christmas event, Tuesday night, and I made the statement then. It's about making relationships. It's about building relationships. It's about growing relationships. And I'm thankful for the relationships, working with UCDD and UCHRA, going to the economic community development strategy meetings and seeing the needs and all of the stakeholders. It's been an honor, and I'm thankful for this honor today to be the legislator of the year for the House in the Upper Cumberland. Thank you, and I pray that God blesses you and your families and your communities that you serve. And I'll tell you this, if at any time that we can be of service and help to you, I'm just a phone call away. Thank you, and God bless you.
We decided to do a little something different this year. You know, I've asked Mayor Heady, he has, we were joking earlier about him being the reoccurring chairman for several years. There's a reason why that happens. I have no doubt the leadership that he has shown, not only to his county, but to these boards and across the state of Tennessee, has been very impactful for all of us. And we're very excited about the work that he's been doing. And we'll just take an opportunity to let our chairman speak to the board for just a little bit. So, Chairman Heady.
What are y'all laughing about? So a lot of you are not around when the mayors get together and look, they don't pull no punches. You're a target. Unfortunate for you, I think that Congressman Rose was supposed to be the keynote speaker and he was unable to attend today, so you got stuck with me. And we were ahead of schedule, so that Mark just informed me I had up to an hour if I wanted it. So I'm ready to go. All right? I can do it. No doubt about it. I pastor too, like Michael and several, Greg Mitchell and several others, and Barlow, Mayor Barlow, and it ain't a problem for me to go 45 minutes. So I'm in. Now I'm going to try to do what Derek told me earlier. One of the worst things that we worry about is we bore people to death. So if I can do this and not nobody die, I'll be good. Recently, they had, as Mark said, he had asked me about speaking in the 22-23 year. I got the opportunity to be a part of the Appalachian Leadership Institute, and I want to share just a little bit of what I took away from that as a leader in the community. If you're here today, there's no doubt that you're a leader in your community. And it's different ways that we're leaders. Leaders ain't always county mayors and city mayors. Even though we are leaders in our community, there's other opportunities for us to be leaders. And if you're here today, that's probably because you are a leader in your community in some capacity. So from my heart to you, thank you for doing that, because it's a sacrifice, right? It's something that we do, and people don't understand that there's a lot of sacrifice that comes with leading, so I appreciate that. What are some things that I took away from Appalachian Leadership Institute? Well, for me, on the personal side, the personal growth side of that, I learned a lot. And I'm going to share just a couple of those things with you as I take just a few minutes of your time. You know, we are already in leadership positions or we wouldn't be here, and so you already have leadership qualities. But sometimes we need to hone those skills. The moment that we think that we know all there is to know about anything, that's when everything starts to go backwards, right? It's kind of like if you think you know everything you need to know about the Lord or about the Word of God, the moment that you think that, you're in trouble because you can never know enough. And this is the same way when it comes to being a leader. We always have an opportunity to hone our skills. Being in a church for many years and leading, I think, really helped me when I went into the mayor's position and dealing with people, but a lot of other things I didn't know. Let me share one with you. I get to appoint committees and boards all the time, and any mayor gets to do that. Do you know who we typically put on committees and boards? People that agree with us. People that we like. People we know that's not going to give us any grief. That's the people we want. Why? Because we know that it's going to be a smooth committee, a smooth board, a smooth opportunity to work. But one of the things that I really learned is that's not what makes a good board, and that's not what makes a good leader. A good leader will make sure that he has or she has representation of everyone who needs to be at the table. Here's what I know. I am the county mayor of 12,000, according to the census, roughly 12,000 people. Now, we're a small county, but I'm the county mayor of all 12,000. I don't represent just the voters that voted for me. I don't just represent the people who think like me, right? The people who want the same things I want. I represent everybody, regardless of their opinions, regardless of how they feel or what they believe. I am their county mayor. Everyone deserves a seat at the table, y'all. They must be there. You need that. And I didn't realize that until I was going through the program. When Jeff Mason's in the program now, Denny Wayne was in the inaugural class. So we're fortunate that there's three of us that went through, Jeff's going through it, if he survives. They may throw him out at any moment, so I'm just kidding. We're fortunate to have that. I'll tell you that there's 40 people. This class is made up of 40 people from 13 states. Now, when I went through it, I was the only elected official, period. And I can tell you that they did not like me. They did not like, for the most part, elected officials. Their idea of government is what a lot of people's idea of government is. They don't like it. But we had to learn to work together to get our challenges done. So we'd have these team challenges, and you had to work together to get those things done. It took a group effort to get it across the finish line. And as competitive as I am, I want to win. So I have to overlook some things to get that done. In our everyday life as leaders, we deal with that every day. We deal with that every day. We have to get past our differences to get a common goal accomplished. And this is so important in what we do. I'm going to miss something. I'm going to get all over the place if I'm not careful. I'm going to give you an illustration of working with people that makes it hard. We did one of the things we did. We found out who we were. We've done this medicine wheel thing. Jeff, you'll get to do that. And it tells you what kind of characteristics you are. And so I am a collaborative leader, which means I want to collaborate. I want to bring people together. I want to work with a group to see a mission accomplished. That's it, a goal. And I'm the one that's going to reach out and try to get two people who disagree with themselves to sit down at the table to work together to see our goal finished. And so I'm a collaborator. And you had other people, and I'm going to mention two. There's 4 different characteristics, but I'm going to mention 2 that I found out I really don't like. One is a judge. Okay, so the judge is the getter-doner. You give them a task, I give you a task, and you're going to get it done, and you're probably going to get it done in record-breaking time. The problem that I have with judges is, they're the very ones when you sit down at the table to do a progress report, and they're going to look at you and say, is your project done? No. Well, I got mine done. I got mine done 2 weeks ago. You're holding up the progress. Why ain't your job done? But I need the getter-doner at the table. because they're gonna get projects done. And if we learn how to use those people instead of not liking them or fussing with them or being discouraged with them, if we'll learn how to use them, they'll help move our project along, because what you can do is you can reach out to them and say, hey, where are you at on your project? Well, I'm done. Well, we're having a little bit of problem over here. And well, where can I help? Well, you can help me, because I'm the one that's going to wait till the last minute, right? I'm going to put it off, and it gets down to the last day. Hope I don't hear no snide comments, and then I'll try to finish it. Okay? The other person is the visionary. And I want to mention this because it's really important. Visionaries have to be at the table. Randy Haiti is not a visionary. I can't see the forest for the trees. I can't look 10 years down the road. It doesn't happen. So I need that visionary to tell me. Now the problem I have with a visionary, here's the visionary. And you have visionaries in the room. I probably need to step out here so I don't knock nothing down. There's probably visionaries in the room. You see the project 10 years down the road. But here's the issue. We're here and the project's here. Y'all know, how long does it take to get a project done? Sometimes you get it done in a week, but most times it takes years. The visionary sees the vision, has the plan, knows what's best, but they have a problem with it's not happening fast enough. So I had this lady who was a huge supporter of mine. She came to me during the election campaign in 2018. She said, here's my vision. What do you think, Mayor? I said, I like your vision. Let's team up to get that vision done. She came my biggest supporter. She went around and told everybody in the county, vote for Randy Haiti. Kind of people you want, right? She told everybody. Didn't hesitate. Year and a half into my mayor's, being a mayor, she come in, she said, Mayor, where are we at with that project? I said, well, we ain't moved much. I started conversations. Well, what do you mean, Mayor? I support you. Told me we'd get this done. I said, we will, but it'll take time. Well, she got all frustrated with me, right? Because I wouldn't get there. And I set her down and I said, we've got to jump these hurdles. There's 1,000 hurdles between me and the finished product. But I promised you that I would work and we'd get this done. A few weeks ago, she comes into the office and she bounces in. She says, all right, Mayor, where you at with that project? And I said, I've got some news for you. We've made a lot of progress. This is where we are with the project. And she looked at me with a big smile on her face and she says, we're going to do this, ain't we? And I said, we're going to do this. It's just going to take a little bit longer. And we're almost there. We got to have everybody at the table, and it takes all of us working together to do it. Our challenges are different. Our visions are different, but we all want the same goal. We want to improve the quality of life of everybody we represent and everybody that we're leading. And that's what we cannot lose focus on. Mayor Porter's needs and visions are not Randy Haiti's. There could be some similarities, but they're much different because we're two different counties with two different needs and two different goals. Sometimes they're similar, but sometimes they're different. Mayor Mason, we're a little bit more alike. Me and Jeff are close to being the same type of counties, closer. So a lot of our visions are the same. Okay? And then they're also different. Call to action items. They give me a cheat sheet. Tell me what I ought to say. You're supposed to laugh. So it wasn't funny, was it, Deb? It's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be funny, yeah. If you want me to laugh, make it funny. Anybody that knows me knows that I like to have a good time. You've got to have a little bit of humor to loosen everybody up. Call to action. Seriously. We need to work together. We're going to be stronger as an Upper Cumberland region. We have one of the best regions there is. But we need to work together to be stronger. We're going to get more done working together than we will working against one another. The other thing that's really important is participation. You've got to show up, y'all. You've got to be there. Jimmy was talking about, he was on the panel the other day about his clinic that he got done, which is huge. People don't realize how huge it was that he got that done. Okay? But I can tell you that he was present a lot of times when he'd rather been in his office. But he wasn't. He was in Nashville or he was in Knoxville. And he was present And that's how he got that done. You gotta be present. A few years ago, right before the 2020 happened, our EMS Directors Association, Upper Cumberland EMS Director, and I think that Mayor Jones and Mayor Porter are the ones that put that in place many years ago, so I'll give them a shout out. I want you to know that that is the strongest EMS Directors Association in the state of Tennessee. It is the strongest, bar none. I'm telling you. And so they were trying to get our reimbursement rates of TennCare raised. It was a third of what Medicare rate was, and they were trying to get our TennCare reimbursement raised so that we would get, I mean, I don't know how much y'all know about being a county mayor. Every county has its own EMS, and we don't put that out. There's a lot of cost there. And so this was really important. So they reached out to the county mayors and they said, we need you to go to Nashville with us. We need you to fight and help us. There was a group of mayors. Not all 14 county mayors went. Some had reasons why they just didn't go. But there was a group that went. Every time the EMS Directors Association up in Cumberland called and said, hey, we need you in Nashville. We need you to go down with us. Sometimes they called us the day before. And we went. Some mayors got an opportunity to speak before the committee to push for this reimbursement increase. Everybody will tell you we should not have gotten that. We met with the governor, we met with everybody. Here's what I want you to know. That group of EMS directors, that group of mayors that went down, got the whole state of Tennessee an increase in TennCare reimbursements across the state because of the effort. That would not have happened. That would not have happened if everybody hadn't have went, or a majority, and had participated and had fought for the Upper Cumberland. No other part of Tennessee was there. Nobody. West, east, none of them. It was the Upper Cumberland County mayors and the Upper Cumberland EMS directors. I don't want to leave them out because they were the one that led the charge for us. We'll always do more if we're working together than we will if we're not working together. We'll get more done. Leaders, we need you to show up. We need you to continue to fight for the Upper Cumberland. We live in the greatest place. Jeff Mason likes to tell this to his county. I'm going to say it for the Upper Cumberland. The Upper Cumberland is what is right, still right about the world we live in today. We're not messed up yet. Let's fight to continue. I shouldn't have said that, should I?
Not gonna be in yet.
Well, we're just fine. Let's fight to never. There we go. The last thing I want to leave you with is we got to collaborate together, not only in going and fighting for us, but we got to collaborate together on the local level. We get in our little bubbles, in county lines. We draw county lines. We draw city-county lines. Y'all, that's got to end. It's got to end. If you want to make the Upper Cumberland the best it can be, you got to get rid of those things. You got to collaborate. You've got to work across. When I go on vacation, you go on vacation, do you Google to see what county you're in? You don't. Did you know that people that are moving here, people that are coming here to visit, people that are doing things here, they do not care if they're in Jackson, Putnam, White, Smith, Overton. They don't care. They don't care if they're in Pickett, Clay. I don't even know whether they're in Pickett or Clay. Thank you! Sorry about that, man. You can let Mayor Reagan know it.
East of the lake or west of the lake?
I know if I'm in Salina or Birdstown and I'm out. No, I'm just kidding. Had to have a little fun. If we will collaborate across county lines, I'm proud of the fact that I collaborated with Dale Reagan in 2019. We teamed up, did an ARC grant to take water to some residents in Jackson County that would have never got water, and it went over into Clay County to give Clay County residents some water. It was a collaborative effort. 2 counties working together on a grant that gave water to residents that would have never gotten water if we hadn't done it. Mayor Porter and myself have collaborated on an ARPA water project that is gonna give water to a road in Jackson County that would have never got water because they don't meet the income, they're above it. In an area in Putnam County, neither area would have ever gotten potable water if we hadn't collaborated together. I'm proud of those two projects, but there's gotta be more projects than that. There's gotta be more than that, because there are opportunities for us to take the Upper Cumberland to the top of the state of Tennessee in what we do. And it'll take all of us working together and not fighting and not drawing county lines and city lines to make our places everything that it should be. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak.
I started the meeting, but I'm afraid we'd have an altar call.
Hey, God is good! All the time.
Thank you, Mayor Hetty. We got a few more recognitions that we'd like to present. Each year, our department directors select members of their respective teams who they deem exemplary employees. These staff members go above and beyond their normal duties to provide excellent customer service and give their all for the Upper Cumberland every day. They set the example of the type of hard work, ingenuity, and kind-hearted employees it takes to work in this field. With that, we'd like to recognize the following employees for all their hard work and dedication. I believe as the recipients, when your name is called, just please come to the front, join Mr. Farley for the photos. And in the interest of lunch, y'all please hold your applause till the end, and we'll add it all up then. From UCDD, the Administrative Services Employee of the Year, Chad Blair. The Aging Employee of the Year, Terry Whited. The Economic Development and Lending Employee of the Year, Rosa Smith. Finance Employee of the Year, Susie Allen. Housing and Family Services Employee of the Year, Liddell Randolph. Planning and Community Development Employee of the Year, Marcy Ackerman. From the UCHRA, Community Intervention Employee of the Year, Brenda Miller. Community Services Employee of the Year, Tommy Simcox. Empower Upper Cumberland Employee of the Year, Vicki Smith. Public Transportation Employee of the Year, Janelle Hill.
Sorry.
The Rural Driver of the Year, Justice Wheaton.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're gonna get a picture.
Oh, boy.
The County Coordinator of the Year, Jamie Edwards.
Jamie is not able to be with us today.
The County Support Employee of the Year, Tracy Huddleston. The 2023 rodeo winners, local rodeo winners were Johnny Maynard, Calvin Lawrence, and Joey Bitter. Joey won second place in the maintenance division at the state level.
These are the guys that makes the wheels on the bus go around. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Folks, let's give these people a great hand.
We're just about finished. Go away. Got a couple more awards I want to make. The first one, unfortunately, she can't be here today, but a few years ago when Rebecca Harris, many of y'all remember Rebecca, she ran our public transportation system for years. She retired. We come up with a award in her recognition, the Rebecca Harris Award. This year, we're going to award that to, find my place here. That award is going to Sandra Grace. And unfortunately, Sandra couldn't be here today. Sandra has served in a number of different roles for UCHRA over the years, and we will be giving her award at a later time. The last award that we're going to have for today, I want to recognize, is the UC Spirit Award. And you know, that's one we come up with a few years ago for one of those catch-alls of how do you recognize that unique, special, different person? And we've had some great award winners over the years. This year, we want to recognize a gentleman by the name of Michael Miller. Michael doesn't know him. If y'all have not met Michael yet, Michael works, he is pretty much the brains of our substance abuse work that we're doing. And I'm gonna tell you, Michael is not only affecting, come on up here, he is not bashful, he's acting bashful today. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Michael is going to have an impact. He's already having a huge impact on the lives of individuals in Upper Cumberland. But the work and the leadership that he is providing, he's providing leadership to the 13 states of the ARC, the Appalachian Regional Commission, and even beyond that. I'm going to tell you what, he is doing great work coming from his perspective, working with these clients and helping government officials understand how to help people in substance abuse. And he has a knack for that, of helping those of us that are more bureaucratic in nature and think more in terms of regulations and rules. He's helping us get beyond that to actually get down to the grassroots effort and really help those individuals that's on the street, that's coming to us begging for help, because there's a lot of people that needs those type of services. So, Michael, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Food ready?
Yep.
I just wondered, as we're there, I don't have anything else. I get to adjourn. It is really, it's good to see everybody here today. Ashley showed up. We didn't recognize her earlier with tourism. Ashley Drosson's here, and so is Silas. Yep, I thought Silas Stoller's here too. It's good to have y'all with us. We recognized everybody earlier, so I didn't want to leave y'all out. Seeing y'all standing over there. It is really good to see all of you. Hopefully you can hang around and eat. I'm sure they've got a bunch of food, and we want you to stay and eat. But I just want you to know we're thankful that you're here today, because this is important. These meetings that we do are important. Sometimes they get a little long and lengthy. Sometimes they're tough, but we just appreciate you being here. It's really important. Let's keep raising the bar. Let's keep doing that, right? And let's just continue to lift the Upper Cumberland up.